Sup everybody, what's going on? I hope all of y'all are doing undeniably fan-freaking-tastic out there. I know why I am, because tonight is the first night of WrestleMania 37. Night 2 is happening tomorrow, and oh boy, I have been so super duper excited about this. But first of all, I got to talk about something before the main part of the video begins, okay? First up, I cannot spoil anything about what happened in the Playground Showdown match for yesterday's upload. Alright, so I'm going to give y'all time to go check that out if you haven't already. Alright, so, next order of business. This video was supposed to be a collab. It was. This video was supposed to be a collab. I was supposed to have somebody here with me. I really wanted this to be like an annual tradition of me collaborating with somebody for the WrestleMania ring ramblings. First there was Solitaire back in 2019. Then there was Tyler Golden last year. Okay, but now I'm having to fly solo. I actually did record the ring ramblings with the Solitaire, but unfortunately, due to a tripod malfunction, I had to delete the footage, and I said, you know what, Solitaire, I gotta go solo on this one. I didn't want to bother him again. I was being too much of a nuisance leading up to this. Alright, but you know what? I'm gonna try to make this particular ring ramblings a little bit different, okay? Because this is WrestleMania. I need to do something spectacular for this episode of Ring Ramblings, okay? So for starters, you know what? Let me go ahead and get some music playing. Let's start there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and get the background going on. No, I can't just do a flat background. Let's spice this thing up a bit. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? And wait. No. It needs something else. Something's still amiss here. Ah, I got it. Yes, that's right. The metamorphosis is complete. I myself have turned into the WrestleMania logo. What I decided to do was I took the skull on the WrestleMania logo and I tried to paint it on my face. I tried to become that. Yes, I know it's not 100% perfect, but you know what? I tried. And also look right under here, underneath my chin. Yeah, you guys know I'm a master of puns, so I gotta take advantage of this right quick. Blake Shelton, can you help me out for a second, please? Okay, thank you for that, Blake. So, yeah, I think I'm now ready to go ahead and ramble about some of the matches happening tonight, okay? So, yeah, I'm gonna be rambling about the matches happening tonight and tomorrow. So, first things first, I need to address that, for an individual night basis, both of these nights seem to be smaller than your typical WrestleMania, right? And that could be due to the fact that they're trying to like limit necessary people in the stadium at a time, which might be a reason why they had to do the WrestleMania edition of Smackdown this past Friday. And if that's the case, pretty smart move, I guess. But yeah, there's only 7 matches per night. And unfortunately, at the moment, I only got to ramble about, technically, 13 of the matches, because one of them is supposed to be announced tonight to set up for tomorrow. Alright, but we're going to get to that one first. Now, right before I get into the actual matches themselves, I just got to say, it's been a very rough year for everybody for the WWE Universe. And you know what? I think that the return of the WWE Universe might be the greatest return in WWE history, then, now, and forever. So, I I am super duper pumped and super duper happy that this is happening again. Yeah, but first up, man, it's hard to see out of this eye patch. There is a tag team turmoil match for a chance to face the women's tag team champions tomorrow. Whoever wins this match is going to be facing Nia Jax and Shayna the next day. Alright. It's Natalya and Tamina versus the Riott Squad of Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus Lana and Naomi. Okay. I'm wanting it to be Lana and Naomi so bad. So bad. Look, everything that Lana's been going through this past year, it's not her fault. Okay, I don't know why people are crapping on Lana's name. It's not her fault that Rusev got released. And to be quite honest, I'm proud of where Lana is now in her career. She's putting in the work. She's putting in the work, she's grinding, she's going as hard as she can with the opportunities that she's getting. And recently, she got treated dirty. Yeah, she really did. She got treated dirty. Okay? When she was getting bullied by Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and she was going through those announce tables week after week after week after week, it was leading up for her and Asuka to face Nia and Shayna for the women's tag team champions. For the women's tag team championships, and that didn't really work out so well because Lana, she got replaced by Charlotte. Yeah. So, Lana and Naomi, they really need this. Yeah, Lana needs this especially. So, yeah, please, give Lana that push. Please give her that push. Please give her that championship, okay? She deserves it. She really does. Alright. Next up, we're going to talk about the Smackdown Women's Championship getting defended as Sasha Banks defends against Bianca Belair. Look, I don't think one loss is going to hurt Bianca Belair that bad. She's still very fresh on the roster, and you know what? I think Sasha Banks needs this victory a lot more than Bianca does. A loss tonight isn't going to hurt her at all. It won't. Alright, moving on. There is a steel cage match happening between Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. Now, I'll admit, I will agree to a tiny bit of extent to the details in this match from what Deadly Anarchy was ranting about this past Thursday. But, I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this match. I really do. Like, first of all, we already know that Shane McMahon's jumping off that thing. He is. But Shane's not going to be walking into this cage match alone. Something's going to happen. I'm kind of sensing David Kato might be coming back from Raw Underground. This might be the thing to do it. It really might be the thing to do it. Yeah. So, in this match, it's probably going to give Braun Strowman a lot of shine. Just throwing Shane around, just brutalizing him as much as possible. And I really hope he just doesn't throw him through the cage and lose that way. But, yeah, if Shane McMahon is going to win this match, it's going to be by doing something very, very, very dirty. Very dirty indeed. So, I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Shane. Somehow or another, I'm going to give this one to Shane by doing something dirty. Alright. Next up, Cesaro takes on Seth Rollins. Yep, Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. A.K.A. Claudio Castagnoli versus Tyler Black. Now, right now, with this match, I'm getting flashbacks to Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins last year. The storyline walking into Kevin versus Rollins last year was that Kevin was that WrestleMania failure compared to Seth Rollins. And walking into this storyline, Cesaro is walking in as the potential failure. And by potential failure, I mean he had all this potential building him up for years, and he hasn't been able to live up to it because of reasons. So, this match, it's going to be a good one, and it's going to be an epic one by default. But I don't see Seth Rollins losing 2 WrestleManias in a row. I don't. I mean, yeah, if Cesaro wins, I probably will jump out of my chair and scream. But Seth Rollins, yeah, he's going to win this match. Yeah, I see him winning this one. Okay, next up is a tag team match as The Miz teams up with John Morrison to take on Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Now, I'll admit, throughout this whole Bad Bunny situation, I've kind of been skeptical, okay? And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's been skeptical. But the thing about Bad Bunny, I can tell slowly but surely, he's been kind of like paying as much dues as WWE Creative would let him do. Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't Bad Bunny that went to WWE. It was WWE that went to Bad Bunny when he did that Booker T music video. And if anything, I gotta say that the positive coming from the Bad Bunny situation is that I'm getting to see Damian Priest on the main roster. Hopefully after Mania, we get to see Damian Priest get like a monster push going forward. So, you know what? Yeah, somehow or another, I'm gonna give this to Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Yeah, I will. This one's gonna go to Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. So, yeah, moving on to another tag team match. It's for the Raw Tag Team Championships as the New Day defends against AJ Styles and Omos. I am kind of looking forward to this match. I really am, especially with Omos' debut. And I can't remember the last time AJ actually held a championship. Did he hold the Intercontinental title, or was that Jeff Hardy? I can't remember. But yeah, I want AJ Styles and Omos to win this match. I really do. And that's only if I think Omos brings it. Omos better bring it. I want to see some good things from Omos come WrestleMania. And plus, they don't even have to hold on to it they don't have to hold on to him that long. They don't. Because there's like history in the making in this match. There's potential history in the making for this match. I mean, I think back to somebody making their debut at WrestleMania before in the form of Fandango. But for somebody to make their debut match at WrestleMania and to win a championship in said match, that's very historic in its own right. So, from the historic standpoint, even if it's just a short reign, AJ Styles and Omos, let's give them the belts, okay? Alright, and lastly for night 1, this match is for the WWE Championship as Bobby Lashley defends against Drew McIntyre. Okay, so originally going into this, I was rooting for Bobby Lashley, but I can't do it anymore. I can't. I really can't. Not in good conscience anymore. Not since the Hurt Business broke up. I'll admit that was heartbreaking to see. I was really hoping that they would last a little bit longer, and I even had a dream match going on for the Hurt Business versus Imperium. What if? But yeah, I think this match definitely is Drew McIntyre's big Mania pop. This match has to be it. Now, the only excuse why I would want Bobby Lashley to win is if Brock Lesnar is returning either tonight or this coming Monday on Raw. Brock Lesnar has to be the only excuse about why Bobby Lashley should win this match. Alright? But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to night 2. The Raw Women's Championship is getting defended by Asuka, who takes on Rhea Ripley. Now, for me personally, Asuka has held this belt for a long time. A really long time. And Rhea Ripley, she's just like pretty fresh on the main roster now. And you know what? Not only is she pretty fresh, I think she's heel now. Yeah, I'm starting to think that Rhea Ripley's heel now. Because first of all, she was the one that flipped the table into Asuka's face. And when they had that tag team match this past Monday, it was Rhea Ripley that attacked Asuka. So, yeah, I think Rhea Ripley's walking into this match as a heel. She really is. But with Asuka's defense lasting as long as it has, let's not forget how long she's had that belt. Asuka, she has held that belt since Money in the Bank 2020. She got that belt in the briefcase because Becky Lynch had to transition from the man into the mom. And Becky Lynch is the mom now. And I'm kind of hoping that Asuka holds on to that belt until Becky Lynch comes back. Because that's like a storyline sitting right there waiting to happen. But either way, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, that would be pretty interesting as well. But you know what, right now, I gotta go give this to Asuka. I gotta give this to Asuka, I really do. Okay, this next match has some good news and bad news for it. The good news is, Kevin Owens is taking on Sami Zayn. Kevin Steen is taking on El Generico. When the fans chant "Fight Forever," this is what they're talking about. This rivalry has lasted forever, it seems like, in these two men's careers. They was there fighting each other in Ring of Honor. They was there fighting each other in NXT. They was there fighting a little bit on the main roster, I think. But now, they're fighting on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. That's the good news. The bad news? Logan Paul is there. Oh, Logan Paul. I'm really not quite sure what to make about Logan Paul being there. But Sami Zayn, he's very entertaining as a heel. Like, I really like it when he gets very, very angry. I really do. So, yeah, I want Kevin Owens to win this match. And Sami Zayn is going to go ballistic just to lead up to a Logan Paul knockout punch. But all I'm going to say about Logan Paul for now is that I bet when he's walking into WrestleMania, he's going to be very disappointed to know that Undertaker isn't there. Because he won't be able to have the chance to film himself with the dead man. Yeah, I went there. So, yeah, moving on. It's for the United States Championship as Matt Riddle defends against Sheamus. Okay, it would be very interesting if Sheamus was to win a championship at WrestleMania and Drew McIntyre didn't. Because the thing about Sheamus, he's like, kind of depressing me. Not him personally, but like, the reception he's been getting. Sheamus, the man can work. He really can. From bell to bell, the man can work. And this guy, he's like, somehow or another becomes so underrated. And I don't understand why. I mean, the dude's a former King of the Ring. He won the Royal Rumble. He won the Money in the Bank. He's definitely a former WWE and World Heavyweight Champion, I think. But, yeah. I think after the way the last few months have been going with Drew McIntyre, Sheamus needs something. Sheamus really needs something. So yeah, let's please let Sheamus win this match. Okay? Alright, the next match is for the the next match is for the Intercontinental Championship. And it's being defended in a Nigerian drum fight. Big E defends against Apollo Crews. When I hear the words Nigerian drum fight, I have no idea what to expect from that. But I'm kind of glad that this match has a stipulation anyway because of the way how Fastlane went down. So, I'm going to say the same thing like I said during Fastlane. For experimental purposes only, let's give the belt to Apollo Crews. Because right now, we gotta strike while the iron's hot. We really do. This is a new, fresh version of Apollo Crews. And right now, he needs something to go with it. He does. And he needs it in the Intercontinental Championship. He really does. Because at the moment, if we give him nothing, that's exactly where this character is going. Nowhere. So yeah, give Apollo Crews the championship and see where it goes. Alright, next up, we have Randy Orton taking on The Fiend. This rivalry has become so heated. See what I did there? This rivalry has become so heated that their animosity for each other can only be contained in a regular WWE rules match. But look, since The Fiend came back, I've been like getting a sour taste in my mouth about something. There's just been something that's like not been sitting well with me. I'm not convinced that this current Fiend is the actual Bray Wyatt. He looks a tad bit shorter than the real Bray. He looks a little bit thinner than the real Bray. I've been hearing a lot of rumors saying that that's actually Bo Dallas in that Fiend costume. So look, I'm hoping I see something that convinces me that yes, in fact, this is the real Fiend. Okay? Because if this isn't the real Bray Wyatt, then I gotta give this one to Randy Orton. I really do. And if this isn't really the real Fiend, I think we're about to see Bray Wyatt and the Fiend face to face in the same ring. I think this is where this is heading. And there's been wrestlers facing themselves before in the past. And all of them, almost all of them, turned out to be pretty stale for whatever reason or another. Like, I think back to Undertaker versus Undertaker. Nobody knew what to make of that match. Like, even though the crowd was like silent through the whole thing, Vince McMahon on commentary was covering it up saying, These fans seem to be stunned in silence. They don't know what to make of it. I remember Kane versus Kane. Yeah, that rivalry was like a little bit better, but the ending was like so anticlimactic. He just threw the imposter Kane out the door and took the mask from him, and we didn't even see what it was. And I'm not even going to talk about Ethan Page versus the Karate Man. And I know this is weird coming from me, James Self-Standard versus Helpful Man, but I'm not breaking kayfabe right now. So, yeah, yeah, if this really isn't the real Bray, and if we're really about to see Bray versus the Fiend somehow, or Fiend versus Fiend, then, yeah, Randy Orton's got to win this match. He does. Alright, and now moving on to the main event of Night 2. It is a triple threat match for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns defends against Edge and Daniel Bryan. Yo, this match has magic going into it. A lot of magic. Like, for everybody individually. 2011, Edge has to walk away due to neck injuries. I think it was 2016 or 2015. Daniel Bryan had to walk away due to neck injuries as well. 2018, Roman Reigns had to walk away due to his battle with leukemia. And now all three of them are back, doing what it is they love to do. And now they're competing on the biggest stage on the biggest main event there can be in WWE. So, now as far as the winners go in this match, I'm kind of happy to see that Edge is turning heel again. Looking back, I really loved to hate Edge back in the 2000s. So, I'm hoping that Edge is coming back. And just Edge vs. Daniel Bryan itself is a dream match by itself. Okay? And then Roman Reigns is there. So you know what? I want to give this one to Roman Reigns. I do. I want to give the W to Roman Reigns on this one. Because thinking back, since the Shield broke up, from a work standpoint and from a shoot standpoint, all of Roman Reigns' WrestleMania history has been tainted by something. Okay? 31 against Brock Lesnar. Seth Rollins cashed in that night. Plus, nobody wanted to see that match anyway. 2016, he walked in there with Triple H. Nobody wanted to see that match happen either. All the fans was booing the heck out of that match. And WWE, they like covered up the audience noises. 2017, nobody wanted to see Roman in that match with Undertaker. And heck, even Undertaker himself didn't think that match was all that great himself. He thought he could have performed better in that match. Alright, 2018, he lost to Brock Lesnar. 2019, he walked in there against Drew McIntyre. And some can argue that at that time, everybody was wanting to see Drew McIntyre get that big major push, okay? So, yeah, and last year we know he couldn't make it into his match with Goldberg because of his own health issues. So, yeah, I think Roman Reigns definitely needs this a lot more. And he's going to go over by beating Daniel Bryan. Just to, like, protect Edge's name, you know? And just because Daniel Bryan lost, that leaves Edge out of the final decision. And on top of all that, that could definitely, like, push Edge to that final breaking point of being the rated R superstar that we all used to know and hate from back in the day. So, yeah, Roman Reigns is walking into this, and he's caught lightning in a bottle. That place is going to erupt for him. So, yeah, I'm kind of hoping Roman Reigns wins this match. I kind of do. So, yeah, I never thought that the big dog would walk in as the underdog, but that's exactly what it's looking like right now. So, yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed Week Mania from this past week. I hope all of you enjoyed this episode of Ring Ramblings. I hope all of you will enjoy the event happening tonight and tomorrow. So, yeah, with that being said, make sure all of you remember to be outrageously optimistic year-round. Booyah! I'm out.